Welcome, Leo and Leo cross watchers, to your, almost said June again, to your January 2023 um, monthly love reading. So, of course, please take this as it resonates and always use your intuition when making decisions about your life because this is a general reading. And cross watchers, you're welcome to flip their roles if that resonates better with you. So for those of you that have been around for a little bit, you might see me shuffling the cards on camera a bit more. I just really like doing that in the mini reads. Wow. And actions or intentions. Ooh. What the? Like, why? I mean, I'm a mature and responsible adult. So you have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Also, just a quick note, I do have private readings available again, so I'll leave my email in the description box if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me. Anyway, to the reading. So I don't really know what's going on with your person. They seem to be all caught up in their feelers for you, but it's kind of like they want to be mad at everybody else. I feel like your person seems to have done something that they shouldn't so that they can get back to you. Apologies, Leo. My kids are all home and they're here. So anyway, we have the Six of Cups as what is in your person's headspace, which talks about that's the like nostalgia, the really sweet memories, kind of getting lost in those really wonderful moments. And I feel like that's where your person is. It's almost like they seem to be wanting to escape from reality here. I feel like their heart was in, if I feel like their intention may have been correct, but the execution of that intention brought them some results that they did not want. And I feel like they just seem to be wanting to hold on to, um, that all is not lost. I feel like your person, they really, listen, man, I don't know what's gone on between you and your person. Um, and I'm not saying that you have to agree with it. This is what your person, how they're seeing it and how they're feeling about it. So I just want to put that out there. Um, I feel like your person is looking at it like whatever has happened, they seem to feel that the two of you can overcome it. They think that love kind of conquers all. I feel like they're in an energy where they feel the two of you are, it's almost like this meant to be sort of destiny energy between the two of you. And I feel like in their mind, the two of you are still together. And I feel like even if the two of you aren't together right now, which you really may not be, they seem to feel that destiny is going to bring the two of you together. And I feel like it's really unfortunate because I actually think that this person, it's like they know what needs to be done. They know how to conduct themselves properly, but I feel like they seem to take the easy way out. And it's almost like it's not even really what they want to do. It's almost like it's a compulsion. They feel that that's what's expected of them. They kind of fall into that trap of like, well, they said that's the kind of person I am, so I guess I'll just do it. I mean, and that's no excuse, of course. Um, but I just feel like this person is kind of, it's like they seem to still allow themselves to live in a reality or at least escape to a reality where the two of you are still together and you're still there and everything's still okay and the two of you are still in love. In the heart space, we have the Four Wands. So the Four Wands for a lot of readers is the 1111 card. Just the imagery on this one is, would preclude it from being that, but it usually is about celebration. So it's almost like this person is going to have a full-fledged relationship with you in their mind. And it actually feels like their heart can't handle losing you right now. And I feel like what is worse for your person is it's almost like they keep wanting to push away reality that things have changed. I feel like they also don't seem to really, it's like in denying that reality, they are obviously also denying any responsibility for that reality. And that's not to say it's all on them. That's not to say it's all on you. That'll be different for everyone depending on what's caused the break in the connection here. But I feel like there's a concert, this might be specific, there's a concert that the two of you went to where, or it could just be that the two of you had like a song and I feel like they listened to it. It does feel like there's like a playlist or something that they listen to all the time when they miss you and it makes them feel like you're there again. I don't know what happened between the two of you, Leo, but I feel like this person's, it's like they really can't handle the heartbreak right now. I feel like when they get into a space where they have to come back to reality, it's like that's when they kind of turn into a different person. You know what I mean? It's like when they imagine themselves with you, this is the energy that they're in. And when they come back down to earth and they realize that that's not the case, this is who they are. And it's like they just seem to be really chaotic. It's like they might be calling people out, they might be provoking arguments or fights with people, and it feels like they act really chaotic, almost outlandish. It's like they seem to be looking for trouble. And I feel like there seems to be a method to their madness. I feel like this person is actually using all of that kerfuffle. I'm not trying to downplay it by using that word because it may be really chaotic. But I feel like this person is trying to use all of that kerfuffle as a distraction device to what it is that they're really doing. I feel like this person seems to feel that using underhanded tactics or using a, less than desirable or less than, truthful strategy, the ends justify the means to this person. And the means, the ends is you, is getting you, is being in a connection with you and fixing this. I honestly feel like this person, when they're in this energy, they feel that it's unfixable. And it's almost like there's this frantic behavior that they're trying to race around and fix it. And it definitely feels like they are being dishonest about it. I feel like they'll leave some sort of trail behind. And I actually feel that it's like you may see them leaving that trail behind or that evidence behind. And I don't feel like I mean, maybe you get angry at first, but I feel like that anger turns really quickly into pity because it's like if you didn't already know, you see very clearly that this person is their own worst enemy. So on your end here in your headspace, we have the Fool card, which of course is that's that it's a 0, right? It's not the 1. It's like you've completely closed out this cycle. You're in that kind of limbo before you take the new opportunity, right? Or I guess you could say that before the new opportunity is being presented to you. It's I almost want to say it's when you're drying off after you get out of the pool. You're not dry, but you're not fully soaking wet anymore either. I don't know why that's what it was, but anyway, Leo, I feel like you are leaving a broken heart behind. I feel like it actually feels like you were hell bent and determined to get over this, to move past this, to not have this take away a part of your soul. And I want to say, like, by God, you did it. You sure as hell did. And it's not a like, ominous you sure as hell did. It's a hats off to you, Leo, because whatever it is that you needed to do to recover from this situation, you did. And I actually feel like it's almost like when this person comes back around, you kind of won't see them, if that makes sense. It's like even if they're talking right to you, whereas before there may have been this real connection and this real kind of, the two of you were vibing and you kind of stare into their eyes and all that romantic stuff. I feel like now they don't seem to hit the same. It's like their energy doesn't reach you this time. And I feel like they seem to be kind of searching in your eyes or kind of trying to get you to look at them in the eye. And I feel like when you do, it's almost like they see that they've lost you. And I feel like I'm going to be straight with you, Leo. I feel like that's what sends them into this tailspin. If they weren't already in this chaotic energy, like, hold on, brace yourself, because, and you may not even be, I mean, this person would certainly be pretty foolish to start yelling at you if they're trying to get you back, but freaking Mercury retrograde, right? Anyway, I feel like whatever this person is pulling, it's almost like you, in recovering from this, in like working your tail off to get this energy out of you, to not let it, you know what I mean? To walk away before it's like the writing was on the wall and you left before things got bad enough, let's say. And that's not to say that they didn't get bad, but you left before, like maybe your heart was broken, but you hadn't given them the chance to rip it out of your chest. You know what I mean? It's like when they did what they did, you got out of Dodge. And I feel like this person is scrambling. And because you did the work that you did, it's like the two of you may have been on the same energetic level, but it's like the reason that they don't hit the same is because you've elevated. And that's not to say like, oh, you're better than somebody else or anything. And I don't think that you feel that at all. That's not even where your head's at. It's just to say that like you're on different levels now. And I feel like they seem to have this, I don't know why this is what's coming through. Um, but I almost want to say like I wouldn't even want to be a fly on the wall when this person realizes that they've lost you. It feels like they're gonna go. It's actually making my skin crawl. I feel like they're gonna go ape shit. Like it's one of those moments where they are crying, they're screaming, they're crying, they're throwing things. It feels like it's going to be a production. There may be some physicality that comes into it, and I certainly hope that there isn't, but if this person is desperate enough, there is a possibility of that happening. I'm seeing them totally flip their lid. And fortunately for you, because you did the work, you're going to be so far away from them that you're not going to be involved. And I certainly would hope that nobody else is there and gets caught in that crosshair, because I feel like they're gonna really take a, I feel like anyone that's around this person when they hit that blow, it almost feels like this person has a, I've heard it twice, so I'm gonna say it. It feels like they kind of hit almost like a psychotic break sort of thing. And I'm not saying that because like I'm not qualified to label anything like that. It just feels like they seem to have this moment where it's like a animalistic part of them seems to come out, and it's like they just lose their friggin' mind. That's not to say that they stay in that energy, but I definitely feel that if someone is around when they hit that place, that person will, their opinion, their approach, their comfort around this person, your ex person, is forever changed. It's almost like they didn't know that it could come out of this person, that would come out of them. So we have the Page of Pentacles reversed as what's in your heart space here. I mean, the Page of Pentacles upright, it's kind of like, wanting to put the work in, feeling a little bit hopeful. But no. And I kind of got to give you some credit here. And that's just me personally. You don't care what I think. But I feel like the energy that you're in is so well balanced. It's almost like even if you are around when this person realizes that they really, excuse me, that like there's nothing they could do or say to fix this. I feel like, and they kind of go into those theatrics, it doesn't seem to hit you. It doesn't touch you. It's like you don't feel, maybe you didn't before, but you don't feel the need to fix it. You're not here trying to do this or that with it. I feel like it's just more confirmation that you made the right decision. It's more confirmation that now you're free to back away when that type of stuff kicks off. I also feel that disconnect from this person seems to make you feel so emotionally healthy. It's like, it's one of those moments where, listen, if this person has this kind of a reaction to losing you, that could indicate that they would also have really big reactions. And it's like they would use their emotional volatility to control the situation with you. It's like, if you could kind of see them getting, where they were about to flip their lid or they were about to get, unreasonably emotional and reactionary, I feel like you may have tried to, be loyal to them or kind of run interference, or you may not, right? But it's like, it may have been a very draining, emotionally taxing, it's almost like you would just come home and sit on the couch and watch TV and not really be able to talk. You're not messing on your phone. It's like you're just trying to sort out what the hell just happened. And I feel like that's because you're so disconnected from this person. It feels so good for, not that they flipped their lid, okay? But it feels really good that even if they're losing their mind, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't bother you. It's like you walk out of there and it's like, you're done. Because your actions or intentions, look at the difference in the energy between the two of you, right? You're free. And I feel like you did the work. You put in the time. You sat there. It's like, because we have the 8 and 9 of Cups, right? So it's almost like you had the 8 of Cups. You had to walk away from them. And I feel like you had to really break free from a lot of emotional bonds. And now maybe they were all put there by this person. Maybe some were there before. But I feel like the experience with this one seemed to really help you to, or at least the lesson that you took from it. Because I personally don't subscribe to the belief that there's a higher power that purposely puts you through painful situations so you can, deal with more painful situations. I feel like things that are unfortunate happen, and we use the knowledge and the insight that we have to find purpose within the pain. To find, like, okay, well, this happened, but it's not going to happen just to happen. I'm going to make something out of this. And you did. You made yourself better. It's like you took all of that stuff, you sorted through it, you took what was still really good. It's like going through the junk drawer. You got rid of everything, you cleaned it out. And anything that was left behind is something that's valuable, that's useful to you. And so it's like you were able to kind of weave something else. And I feel like the reason for that is because you actually had a stronger core, a stronger base than you might realize. I feel, Leo, that you, maybe not so much now after this situation, but I feel like in the past you kind of felt that it was okay to maybe sacrifice some of your happiness for the people around you. Or it's like, if you saw that somebody was really lonely or something, then you would really try to extend yourself to them. And that's not to say that you won't do it anymore, but there's a different, it feels different. It hits different. Um, it's like you'll try to, of course, continue to be your gorgeous, gregarious Leo self. Um, but you don't kind of, you don't allow yourself to be tangled up, I want to say, under the guise of being empathetic, because it's like you're empathetic and that's amazing. It's amazing to have. But you have boundaries now for how far you're going to let yourself go into that, because I feel like that may be how this person was able to emotionally manipulate you, because it's like they always had a reasonable explanation. You're like, well, that makes sense. I feel like they may have used certain things that you did. It's like they might have tried to compare apples to oranges, but I feel like there was some way, it's like because you were kind of in a heightened state when they were, kind of about to pop off, I feel like they were able to um, supersede what you would normally, the decision that you would normally come to if your, fight or flight wasn't activated. So I feel like this person, to their credit, okay, they may have done that. It doesn't feel, I mean, of course they were manipulating the situation, right? That is what it is. It does feel that they were doing it because they didn't want you to leave. It doesn't feel like they were doing it because they hated you. I feel like they were doing it because they hated themselves, which is actually really heartbreaking to say. Anyway, back to the cards. Leo, you're free now. And I feel like even if this person was able to come back around, even if they could do this or do that, I don't really see you ever wanting to connect with this person again. I think we're gonna pull just one more card here. Is there anything else Leo needs to know? And we have what is this, the Ten of Swords? I'm hearing that line again. This is only a rain shower. We've been through worse weather. I feel like this person's going to come in and they're going to, if they think, or if in the past you have, I'm not so sure that you even felt this way, but I feel like this person may have tried to use this like, oh, you're going to be single. Oh, everyone's going to see you as a failure, sort of something or another. Something along those lines. I feel like they may have used that in the past, and I feel like there's a message here that it's not going to hit. You know what I mean? It's going to be like they throw a ninja star, but by the time it gets to you, it's just a sphere. It's like everything has been ground off it. Because it got as bad. Oh, for God's sakes, look at this. The 10 and 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Leo, there was some real shady shit going on. And I feel like you see where you were manipulated. You see how, whatever this person was using, whatever tactic they were using to blind you, they don't have that power anymore. So that's what I have for you today, Leo. If this reading resonated, I hope that it was helpful and that it brought you some clarity. I want to congratulate you on feeling this way. And if you're not there, Leo, it's almost here. So just a bit of quick housekeeping. I will have the mini weekly reads coming out on Sunday. But next week, me and the kids are all back at school, so I may not have time to do the longer weekly reads just for that first week. But if you want to know if they're coming out, I will post in the community section on Sunday to let everybody know. So with that said, I wish you a wonderful and happy week, and we'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.